Hey guys, I am the Zombie Lemon, and we are here with something, again, a little different. Rimworld. I'm gonna be probably titling this an introduction to Rimworld because, it's been in the news. Gaming news, games, journalism, things, recently, after Alpha 3 got released. And I've been playing it for a couple days since that got released. I actually kickstarted it and totally forgot. And I got an email saying that Alpha 3 had released and I had to download it, so I played it for about a day straight. It's really engrossed me, and because it's been so, I wouldn't say controversial, but people have been like, oh, it looks like Prison Architect, and so it's been a bit popular. Not synonymous. I'm doing this late at night, and I prepared no script because scripts are for the weak, and so I'm doing this off the top of my head. But introduction to Rimworld, just laying it all out for people who are now interested, curious about what the hell it is, and so basically just explaining what it is, maybe doing like a quick startup because I was thinking of calling this a walkthrough, but it's such an early stage. It's so simple. A walkthrough really isn't necessary. You'd be able to pick up how to do basically everything within a couple hours. But, yeah, I'll just explain what it is and why you should pay attention, maybe, if you like these sorts of things. So, let's get started. What is Rimworld? As you can see, it's got a little sheriff's badge there. Rimworld, it's like, boiled down to the very basics, it's Dwarf Fortress on a smaller scale. Like, you're not going to get a metropolis of like 100 dwarfs up making rugs out of elf hair because elves suck or anything like that. No, I think there's on many of the different storytellers, which I'll get into later, there's a cap of like 9 people, which basically just changes the dynamic of the game. You're not going to have these like massive fortresses producing tons of equipment, but you are going to get a lot more detail into the different characters, what they like, dislike, how they're faring, and also makes the combat a bit more easy, and it makes the whole game a bit more like accessible and easy to tell what's going on because you don't have to manage this massive list of different citizens and always make sure you've got enough certain people. You can quite easily see what you need and what you don't off a list of 9 people at most. Also allows a bit more detail. It's not an ACI, as you could probably tell from the actual background art. But yeah, it's like Dwarf Fortress. It's still in alpha, so it's nowhere near as deep as Dwarf Fortress, and probably won't be for ages because Dwarf Fortress has been in production for years upon years. But it's fun, it's got the basis of fun, and I mentioned the combat. That's because it's one of my favourite features in this. I really do like Dwarf Fortress, but one of the things I really disliked was the combat, because it basically involved saying go here, and honestly, I like combat in games, and so this provides a much larger focus on combat, which is one of the things that really sets it apart, because you actually have to build your base around the idea of combat, really. And that's fun. I like building defences and turrets and all that jazz. And so, yes, also it's got it's mouse driven, which is amazing, because Dwarf Fortress using only keys it annoys me, because I'm a pleb. But yeah, it's a very, very fun, sci-fi, western-y kind of deal, where you crash. That's probably your ship, I don't know, I don't care. You drop in, and you try and eke out a living and build an outpost. And before we get into a new colony, I'll just point out the mods. This is how you activate your mods. You see, looks like I've got a lot, but basically, you find a mod called Big Bang version whatever. Get that. Like, it's a really good mod. It basically adds a lot of this stuff, and some of it is really fun to mess around with. So, if you like the game and you played it and you want a bit more, just download Big Bang mod for Rimworld, and you'll have fun forever. Or at least a good 10 hours. Yeah, that's the one gripe so far, because it's so early in development. There's really not a lot going on yet. And here, storytellers. You've got different people who do different things. I can't remember what actually separates them from just normal AI, but the general about page just says it's based off the Left 4 Dead storyteller, and if you can remember from all the advertising for Left 4 Dead, it basically just adapted to your current situation. So if the AI sees that you're not doing well, it will tone things down. If it sees that you're doing really well, it might send a whole bunch of crap to try and destroy you. And you can choose different modes. So you can choose easy mode, normal mode, easy mode again, random mode, and hard. I'm just going to stick on this one, Cassandra Classic, for the time being. And just get into it straight away. I'll stick on this because there aren't many events or anything at the moment, so I should be able to predict what's going to happen. So here we go. Here are your dudes, for lack of a better term. Well, there is a better term, people, but anything if not a moron. So you can see you get access to 3 people. These are going to be your starting colonists. So you don't get an embark screen like you do in Dwarf Fortress. You don't have to choose how many plump helmets and cats you bring, because everyone knows you bring all plump helmets and 1 male cat and nothing else, because who needs pics? Just eat plump helmets, have a picnic, basically. That's what I'm getting at there. And now I'm rambling for no good reason. You can rename them for no good reason. But basically, you see they all have different skills. Some of them are blacked out because they can't do it. They get backstories that you can read, so they can do different things. Or they can, they have traits, but these do nothing right now. Again, it's our 3rd version of Alpha. Very stable for an Alpha, though, which is, nice. Some of them can barely shoot because they tunnel through mines and they're like mole people. Some of them can shoot well because they're a soldier, but oh man, that's a weird one. So this person started out as a soldier, giving them bonuses to shooting, and then they can't shoot because they were an empath, which do things. So let's random him because he was horrible. There we go, that'll do better. Got no really good shooters, but let's just get right into it. You don't want to see me just randomizing for days on end. It's hardly in the spirit of these kind of games either. You just go with what you get, but there we go. So as you see, you get a bit of a bonus, and we land. And out of these pods pop our people. And the first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to find a guy with good shooting skill, or at least not shit. Everyone's kind of bad at shooting, and then you'll see you'll get 3 weapons. You'll get a Lee Enfield, 2 pistols. What you're going to do is you're going to click on one of your guys, right click on a gun, equip, and just make sure the person you're choosing, if you hit character, they have a good shooting skill. Like level 1, you don't want them to be having your Lee Enfield, because it's powerful and accurate but slow to fire, and so you want to make sure those shots hit. Second thing you want to do is we're going to want to take all this and hit F so those X's go off. If those X's are on it, that makes it forbidden, so they won't mess with it, and you need all this because it's silver and metal, and that's how you need metal for pretty much everything. I'm also going to set an order to mine out this golden looking rock. That's also metal, so that'll be distributed across the map in these various different places. And now we've got a choice. We can either create, go full on Dwarf Fortress and build into the rock, or we can build walls out of the metal we've got. And honestly, in this position, I'm kind of leaning towards building outside because there's no real rock to build in. The main advantage of rock is it's indestructible. Like this rock, walls, they can be broken down, rock can't. So you can really limit the amount of entrances you have into your base quite easily then. And you don't have to put out as many fires, electrical or otherwise. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anywhere good to build it. Oh, sorry that. Yeah. We could build down here. That might actually be a good idea, like migrate down. It would take a while, but this area seems like it would be better place to build a base. Wall off that, mine out this, and kind of just have a... Yeah, in fact I'm going to move down here. And this is what I'm talking about when you need to plan your defences. You don't want multiple ways to get at your base. So I think moving all our stuff down here is a good idea. So what we're going to do is going to get rid of these two stockpiles we've got. We're going to go to the architect, we're going to go to zones, we're going to build new stockpiles down here. Let's just build them here. So we want a normal stockpile and a dumping stockpile, like that. And we're going to build into this. Now does this have a roof? Can't tell. Anyway. That doesn't matter. And I think a good place to start is going to be to mine into this. And in fact, because we're moving, I'm going to cancel all this because it's way out of our way now. Instead we're going to mine into this wall here. And you can speed up time down here. See, we're going to get messages about what to do, so it really isn't difficult to get used to the game, but I'll try and explain why I'm doing what I do, and maybe that'll help. So basically, I want to build somewhere, I'm going out of my way to build somewhere where I can easily block off one of the main entrances. Because most of the time, as long as there is an entrance to your base, raiders will prefer to walk around. What I'm planning to do here is create a line of sandbags across the entrance, and then I will basically create a very wide open area into which, again I'm going to build a door here to lock off this area, into which people will funnel and then we'll shoot them in the face. It's pretty simple stuff really. And that should, yep, there we go. So this is where we're going to build our beds. Now that we've got an inside place, we're going to go about building this wall. Between there and there, that will cost us metal that we've collected. And we'll also tell this guy to mine more metal. We'll also just start mining out this so it's a bit more of a square shape. Just because, well, aesthetics more than anything. We're also going to want a growing zone. So get in zones. This is so we can grow delicious potatoes to turn into a lovely cold paste to eat. As you can see, they're getting to building that wall, which will stop people coming in that way. Or I'm also going to want to mine through that, and also this, just to start creating the defences I was talking about. We won't need them right now, but we will soon enough. And see, it says you need a meal source. You will land with food. That's potatoes, 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 potatoes. Just trust me on that. You land with food, and it's dumping salt. Well, yeah, that is. But if you run out of food, you can't eat raw potatoes because they're, you know, starchy and disgusting. But you can eat raw berries because they're delicious and good for your health. Yeah, there's a day-night cycle in the game, so when it's nighttime, people go to sleep, your solar panels won't work, etc, etc. You know what? There's no actual point in getting rid of that, because we're going to turn that into part of our defences. Also, if you want to get rid of these rocks, because they can be used as cover against you or just slow you down, you just click all things and just do that. So right now, the first few days, so you can see we're on day 2, nothing much will happen. Yeah, we've got food and various other crap down here. And what we're going to want to do is build some solar panels and a food dispenser. Yeah, we've got a colonist idle, that's no good, but what are we going to do now? We're going to build a solar generator down here. We're going to get some batteries, which we're going to put inside. Where are we going to build that? Let's see. I might actually put the batteries behind the bed, just to make this easy. So we're going to build some power conduits to connect them. Then we're going to build around this bed. We're going to build a battery right there, which is in buildings, not furniture. There you go. So with that, we'll be able to create and store energy, from which we can create delicious paste. And we're going to want to start doing that very soon because we're about to run out of food. So we're going to build another room right near the entrance, which is going to house this big bloody thing, nutrients paste dispenser. In fact, we're going to make it a bit bigger. There we go. And we're going to build a door, just for reasons. Now, we've still got a colonist idle. Probably, let's check the overview and see what people can do. Now, Anna is the idle one. For some reason she isn't mining or constructing. Which isn't good, but she is cooking, which is nice of her. We'll leave her for now. It doesn't really matter that much. We'll go to bed. They haven't started hauling. She should be hauling. Oh, she can't. We've only got one hauler. So in fact, we're going to take this person off mining and constructing and move this person to mining and constructing, even though she's only got 1 point in it and she's got 6. Again, 1 compared to 6. But unfortunately that's going to have to do because the other person can't haul anything and we need to start moving rocks. Now, this should all work out soon enough. These aren't the best settlers you'll ever have, but whatever. I'm sure they're trying their best. Look at the difference in speed between the two, and you can see why those kind of things matter. But we started moving the rocks. We're also going to want to start building some other stuff soon, but yeah, they're going to go out and eat the delicious berries and other foodstuffs. No, it's probably a better idea to get everyone on mining right now. Just so that we don't end up getting caught with our trousers down when the raiders come, because that would not be nice. That was a dirty sentence. Alright, let's get going. Gonna have to ignore this metal for the time being. Ah, there's my dog going nuts, you can probably hear that. Yep, he loves it. We're going to connect this up via cable. Then we're going to build another stockpile inside here, and this is where we're going to keep all our food. So, oh my god, a helicopter. Yeah. Oh my god. It's like a circus. Pay no heed. They'll both shut up after a little while. Ah, we also need a hopper. Sorry. For some reason you need to connect this up to a hopper. I don't know. It's annoying. And I always forget about it, and my colonist's like half starved before I realise I haven't done it. Need defences. There we go. That's the message. That's basically politely telling you you're about to get attacked for the first time. So what we need to do is we need to build up some defences, as it said. So because we've got this wall here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build defences in a structure like this. With a gap there. Let's leave another gap there. Here. Like that. And I might end up just closing this whole area off. Yeah, in fact, let's do that right now. So that'll make it so that the only way that people can get in is through here. Now, I could have just closed off this area and saved metal, but yeah, I'm building the food hopper, I'll get on it. But then they'd be able to come around here and get like a very easy and undefensible way into our base. So it's better to do it like this, and it gives us a good place to put solar panels. So there we go, we've got food, we've got some sandbags going down, and because no one here can shoot straight, we're probably going to want to build a turret as well. Even if they could shoot straight, we'd probably still want a turret because, well, turrets are pretty good at repelling attackers. What we're going to do is we're just going to connect this up to this solar panel like that. Because most electric items can carry a current through them. And doors can as well, so you can place stuff through doors like that. Also, metal walls will carry a current, so you can just connect things to metal walls and that'll do fine. Yep. Group are visiting, that's okay. That's not an attack. The letter will be red if there's an attack. And there we go. Now you're going to want to shut your turrets off, or disconnect them from the power grid, because they eat a lot of power. And if there's an eclipse, like that will pretty much ruin all your dreams of defending your colony. Is something still draining our power? Something is. I wonder what that is. It's probably the food dispenser. That's okay. What we're also going to want to do is build some lighting into this place. Otherwise your colonists get a bit sad, because, well, they can't see. And everyone likes to see. Alright, what else can we build now? Now we're going to want to probably build a comms console. Again, we're going to place this over here. And that's going to be connected to the grid. A lot of electronic items as well, they don't need to be directly connected to power comm units. They'll lay down thin wire, which can go through walls even. And so, let's show that off. So if we wanted to place another lamp in here, you'll see that orange line. And as long as that's there, they'll be connected to the grid along wherever it's pointing. And that's good. So we're going to build lights, we're going to build a comms console, and we're also going to build an orbital trade beacon which will allow us to spy and sell things. And that should be it for now. We do have people on growing, don't we? Yeah, everyone can grow. So we shouldn't have a problem making more food. Now, I wonder where this attack's going to come from. It comes from down here. Oh, that's a lot of metal. Well, you've chosen a pretty good spot here, I'd say. Another thing we want to do before an attack comes is haul away all of these rocks, because rocks can be used as cover, and that's not something you want. Probably not going to have enough space in our base for all of them. What I really want to do is move my dumping stockpile out here or something. Maybe out here. So it's not in the way. Let's do that right now while we've still got time. So we're going to move a dumping stockpile. Where would be a good place to dump things? Maybe over here. Along this wall. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to haul away all these rocks here. There we go. Solar flare, that's not good news. A solar flare basically means none of our stuff's working. Which isn't great, to be honest, but we'll survive. I'm also going to mine into this wall. Prison cell kind of deal. And that's where we're going to keep any prisoners if we ever get them, to convert them to our cause. Like the evil dictators we are. Let's make another space there. And a local squirrel has gone mad. This happens disturbingly many times. So let's draft. This will be our first drafting. So you press R, that turns them into a soldier, and then you can command them. And it turns into a little real-time strategy kind of deal. And if you can choose them targets, they'll auto-fire as well. Hopefully they don't accidentally shoot any of these people. Because that would not be good. They're shooting as well. The squirrel's close enough. I don't really want to accidentally kill one of these cavemen, because that would not be good for public relations. And shots can go wide and just hit other people. And that would be bad. As you could probably imagine, they don't like it when some of their guys die. They don't understand accidents either, so they'll just come at you and kill everyone you know and love. I guess eye for an eye. Alright, this is going to look strange, but we're going to stick that there. This is a bit of a just whatever we'll do kind of situation we've got going on here. Ooh, will it do though? Yeah, it will. As long as we mine out a bit more wall, it'll work fine. And then we need a hopper again, which is under buildings. Building a door, structures, building a power conduit, straight along there. And we're also going to want a lamp. Where are we going to stick the lamp? More mining. Let's just... there's no... Rambling to myself, whatever. We'll build that across there. It's got no power because it's connected to the wrong thing. Oh no, it's not, it's because that hasn't been built yet. And we're still under a solar flare, so even if it was connected it wouldn't work. Now, who's our hauler? You get off mining, you start hauling those rocks really quick. Because otherwise I'm afraid we're going to get attacked. Probably also going to want to haul all these away, just in case. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be our prisoners' quarters. It took us a bit of time, but we'll get there eventually. Stick in that, we'll stick in a bed. Once that's built and I've shown it off, yeah, they can get over bed, so if you hit F, that's for prisoners now. And there we go, our rudimentary settlement is up and running. We've got defences, we've got prisoners' quarters, we've got our own quarters, and we've got a farm, and we're hauling bricks. I guess I'm going to split this into 2 videos, otherwise it's going to get a bit long. While we're here you can deconstruct these because they're no longer useful. And join me next time where we'll probably get to name our settlement before getting attacked by a single injured man. He could be coming to help, but he shot first. See you then.